10 psychological disorders that you should know. Psychological disorders are described by difficulties that people experience with their mind and their mood. Psychological disorder is a term that is sometimes used to refer to common terms known as mental disorders or psychiatric disorders. These disorders show patterns of day-to-day behavioral or psychological symptoms that have a high impact on one's life. Due to some of these known disorders, such victims are identified to deal with a lot of distress and unfavorable situations through the time. In this episode about psychology, we will describe 10 psychological disorders that you will find with people you know in your life. Make sure to be kind to each and everyone affected by these conditions and also to respect their personal space and choices made due to their disorders. Number 1. Phobia. This disorder is an anxiety disorder based on irrational and persistent fear of a known situation or an object that is known to last for more than 6 months. This situation may also be a reason to trigger panic attacks on victims. Some are known as the specific phobia that creates fear of animals or objects, agoraphobia that gives the fear of leaving home or a small, safe area, social phobia, which is known for fear of others' judgments. Number 2. Panic disorder is described by unexpected situations of fear and panic attacks, which usually lasts about 10 minutes or a little more. Typical symptoms for this is known to create a lot of sweating, shaking, palpitations, a rapid increase of heartbeat rate, numbness, short, fast breathing. Third in our list is paranoia. This disorder is about having an intense anxiousness but with an irrational feeling of being under threat, like being a target of conspiracy or persecution. A typical scenario consists of mistrust, anger, feeling of betrayal, defensive attitude, hypervigilance, suspicion. Number 4. Depression. Some real-life situations can create people to become depressed that create sadness, apathy, or low mood that is known to last at least 2 weeks. These sad situations can be severe enough to cause havoc in life and disrupt usual day-to-day activities. Symptoms can be described as low self-esteem, loss of interest, low energy, guilt, isolation, and sleeping disorder, loss of appetite. Fifth on our list is PTSD. Known as post-traumatic stress disorder, is a disorder that people can develop after experience a life-changing catastrophic event, like in war, accidents, sexual assaults, etc. This disorder shows symptoms such as flashback from those events, nightmares, disturbing thoughts, and sleeping disorders in general. Number 6. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, is a type of anxiety disorder in which people experiences having thoughts or urges to check something or perform an activity repeatedly for perfection. Typically, it is based in a few aspects as washers that are afraid of contamination repetitively clean or wash for cleanliness, counters that are obsessed with numbers and symmetry, checkers that repetitively checks on doors, car locks, switches, etc., and finally, hoarders that are afraid of something terrible from happening if they throw something away. Number 7. Bipolar disorder. A commonly known as a mental disorder characterized by unusual mood swings with periods of depression and elevation. It can change from super positive to very negative in life. Consists of 2 episodes that are known towards depressive situations that result in low energy, low motivation, loss of interest, apathy, and towards highly favorable or hyper conditions that rises to high energy levels, reduced need for sleep and rest, loss of touch with reality. Number 8. Insomnia is a condition where people find it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. This is known to be caused due to different combinations of psychiatric and medical conditions. This directly affects one's mental and physical health by impacting towards low energy, lack of concentration, irritability, and depressed mood and cognitive impairment. Ninth in our list is about eating disorder. This condition is an illness that involves irregular eating habits and extreme distress about body weight and shape. Several are identified as: anorexia is about obsessive fear on gaining weight. A person suffering from anorexia fiercely limits food consumption. Bulimia, that is about binge eating followed by behaviors to make up for overeating, like fasting and forced to vomit in general. Finally, the number 10 in our list is schizophrenia. a severe disorder that affects a person's ability to think, feel, and behave correctly. Suffering may find it difficult to distinguish between reality and imagination. Some of its known symptoms are hallucination, fear, disorganized speech, lack of concentration, and delusion. These disorders don't make anyone less of a human being. People dealing with these conditions are sometimes suffering and dealing with a battle that we would never understand. If you happen to have a friend or relative dealing with any of these disorders, make sure to be kind to them and support them always to feel strong and loved. See you again soon with another video. Take care.